Last time on Let's Play Suikoden, we met the elf Kirkus, and we are ready to save the elves from Quanda Roseman, who is planning to exterminate them. Since last time, all I did was I fought a few battles. It took me about 3 minutes to do, and I got Pawn up to level 19 and Kirkus up to level 19 to just better prepare them for the dungeon up ahead. Now, we're going to pass through the forest trail in order to get to the area which is controlled by the elves, and we aren't able to do this without Kirkus. Now, this area was our grinding spot, as you'll remember, but it is now home to Vicky. And she just warps in behind us, and she freaks out, and we have no idea who she is, where she comes from. She's very weird. She's like, where am I? I don't know. The Empire, which one? My goodness, almost the other side. And she wants us to protect her. And we'll recruit her, because she's great. And we have a castle. Yeah, she got pretty lucky. Okay, so she just warps to our castle, and that's one of the weirdest things in the game, that part right there. But Vicky is a very, very, very useful party member to have. So, hey, there you go. So now we want to go across here, and we'll get this treasure chest with a gauntlet, which is not very useful, but whatever. Now we're able to kill these kobolds very, very, very easily with the Master Pupil attack, so we will. Now that Pawn and Kirkus are of the proper level, they will be able to do a fair amount of damage and hold their own. But the Master Pupil attack is going to be our primary offensive weapon for quite some time. There are others that are quite good. Usually they require more than 2 party members, though, to be any effective. That's why I think that, and not only that, but because one of them is the hero, it's a very, very, I would say, party member efficient manner of attack. So here we're fighting Holly Boys and Holly Spirits. Holly Boys are no problem. The Master Pupil attack should take them out immediately, but the Holly Spirits can be a pain. They have about 300 HP, and so the Master Pupil attacks won't do anywhere near as much as we need to do. But they usually will waste the first turn just doing that, which does nothing. The next turn they will come and attack, and that will be much more devastating. So we want to try to wipe them out as soon as we can. This will probably not kill them. No. Hopefully we can at least take out that one. Yeah, now they do a solid amount of damage, 60 and 40 to Pawn and Kai. So we could have used the Master Pupil attack here. I didn't think it was necessary. This should finish him off before he can move. Yes. So those guys can be a little bit dangerous. So just be a little careful. We got those guys up to level 22. Gremio's not far behind. Excellent. And we got a painting from them, which is nice. So hopefully it's something good, not junky. And we get this treasure chest kind of on the way. It's got a needle, which is going to be probably pretty useful. Luckily we do. Okay, and there's another water rune piece for our hero. But that's another thing I did in an earlier episode, between episodes, was I added another water rune piece to hero, so he recovers 15 hit points a turn. This should level... Okay, I thought it would level Gremio and Cleo up, but I was wrong. Wrong. Okay. Now we're in the, I think we're just about done with this area. These are the biggest threats in this whole area, just these guys. Another thing that's nice about Pawn is he has a unite attack with Gremio, so as long as Gremio's in the party and required to be in the party, it's also nice to have Pawn. You'll remember that unite attack, no doubt. We've used it many times. And I don't think it's necessary. I shouldn't have used Cleo to attack that guy, though. That was a mistake. I wish that we could see what was happening to those guys. The numbers are popping up off screen, which is a pain in the butt. But what can I do? I don't know how much damage he just did to that guy. But oh well. Not much to be said there. Without critical hits, we're not really doing much to these things. Which is too bad. Kai should be doing the most, because his weapon is level 8. Luckily, we're not that far away from an area that will upgrade our weapons past 5, so that's coming up soon. And we got toe shoes, which is nice. Fortune rune piece, okay. I don't really know what that does, to be honest with you guys. I suspect it increases luck stat if you put it on the weapon. Now this is a peculiar sight. Kobold village, but all the kobolds are gone. Well, we just fought a lot of them. Okay, hi. You humans take away friends, not forgive. Oh, okay. Sickness, huh? Very weird. What is happening here? Village of the Elves is east of here. Okay, so that was the dungeon area. And now that we've gone through there, it's very, very challenging to get back to the HQ. This is the one time in the game, after getting the HQ, that we're more or less stranded away from it. We're not able to really easily get back. And that has its disadvantages. We will basically be reliant on more or less standard RPG mechanics, such as earning money and such, to be able to heal. So make sure that you have as much inventory space as possible before leaving the HQ, and make sure that you're able to, you have enough money to where you're able to upgrade the equipment as needed, because we're going to be getting into several dungeons before all is said and done here, and it's very challenging to get out and back to the HQ, and some of these enemies can be pretty difficult. Like that kobold in the background, if we didn't have the Master Pupil attack, could be a real pain in the butt. It does strong magical attacks that will do a lot of damage, but the Master Pupil attack kills it in one hit. Another reason why I think Kai is really important to have, especially at this stage in the game. I view this stretch of the game, where you're trying to save the elves, as probably the hardest part of the game. And the main reason is because you're cut off from the HQ. It's really the only real reason. So we can go down here. And this is the fortress of Pana Yakuta. And it's an imperial fortress. So we're not able to do anything here. But this is the base. This is Quanda Roseman's base. More of these kobolds, not a big deal. We should be able to kill them in 1 or 2 hits. And of course our guys are quite well leveled for this area. However, there are a lot of very interesting battles here. The strong arms are rather challenging. They do a fair amount of damage, and they don't do that much damage, but they take a lot of punishment, I guess is more accurate. The Unite attack won't finish them, but it will finish those sorcerers in the background, which is really our goal. I'm hoping for a critical hit here. It won't kill the guy, okay. Does 80 damage to the hero. See, this is what I mean. This is why I say we need to be able to be self-sufficient out here. Because there aren't really that many friendly areas, and the inns are much more expensive than we're used to. Silver ring, huh? That's pretty dang good. It's an upgrade to the, it's an upgrade to our accessory slot. Let's give this painting to Gremio, and we're gonna also give the silver ring to Mamba here, so he can wear it. Good. We want Mamba to basically be taking the least amount of damage. Another thing that will happen in this area is we will meet somebody who will give us a world map, which is just so important. Like, I wish we had it right now, because right now I'm running around kind of lost, and it's less fun for everybody involved. But we're getting a lot of experience, so it's not so bad. Oh my gosh, let's just let these guys go. I'm gonna start letting everybody go, because we need to get to this place. Okay, I know what that is, so I must have somehow passed it. Alright. So the Elven village is being guarded by millions of kobolds. Of course, the kobolds are sort of our allies, so it's weird that we keep fighting them. I don't really understand this stuff, but hey. Okay, so this is the village of the elves. And there's a save crystal here, so we need to use that. We haven't saved in a while. Save right here. Okay, now we're ready to continue up here to the village of the elves. And we meet this woman, Valeria. So, this elven chieftain seems like a jerk. Kwanda is planning something truly frightening. Not only is he going to wipe you out, he's planning on burning down this entire forest. This forest that also happens to be my home. Yeah. Oh my gosh. It's full on racism here. So, before we follow her, we want to do our typical thing of looking at all the item shops. And this item shop has nothing useful. However, the armor store is really the draw here. How will our wonderful armor look on humans? That's a good question. They have this magic robe, which is a very, very good item. It's a huge upgrade on what we have, as you can see. So we're gonna get rid of all of everybody's things and get rid of all of everybody's items and upgrade them directly to this magic robe because those are very, very strong. The wing boots remain very, very good. Now that we can get these magic robes, and this is why I suggested much earlier to get a lot of money from Marco while you could, because this area is it's not easy to get the money you need because we don't have access to Gaspar, and we don't have access to anybody who can get us easy money. So we just basically spent 60,000 upgrading everybody's armor. And I don't think that's quite necessary. We will be getting Valeria, who's that woman we just met in our party as a mandatory member for quite a while. We will want to get her one of these magic robes. And what that means is we probably didn't need to upgrade one of our party members' armor. But I wanted to do it anyway, because I have the money. So, let's talk to everybody here. So everybody seems to recognize Kirkus and be okay with him. Okay, to the north of the Dwarf Mines, to the south, Quanda Rusman's castle. They both want our land. You don't really have much land. I mean, you just live in a tree, right? I mean, am I missing something here? Kirkus made it... Oh, you're a coward who disappears before a battle. Well, maybe he's not so beloved. Kirkus, human help. So, doesn't look like these guys want our help. Like, I want to help them, but... They sure seem racist. Kwanda lives in Pana Yakuta Castle, south of the woods. Next time we'll go get him. Yeah. My husband were around, we Guardians of the Force would never lose. Who's your husband? You know, these creatures up north called dwarves catch elves and eat them? Scary, eh? That sure sounds like something made up. We elves will never lose, unlike those dirty dwarves and stupid kobolds. These guys just sound like jerks, man. Almost as bad as the Imperials. I don't see them beating kids up, but they just imprisoned a woman who wanted to help them for no reason. Oh, so this woman is named Sylvina, and she was lonely without Kirkus. He didn't mean to leave her alone. So are they, like, going out or something? Yeah, I agree. No, she did... Wow. Okay. So, did you do something bad? Grandpa looks really angry. Yeah, well, he seems like a jerk. Are they very isolationist? I don't really understand this culture right now. I wish I understood it a little better. There are humans who are fighting the Empire too. I left to get help from the Liberation Army, as they call themselves, to protect the village of the Elves. We don't need human help to protect ourselves. It's true that at one point Kwanda's men had the upper hand, but they're humans after all. They're useless. They've been behaving themselves recently. Well, how do you know that's what they're doing? Oh, man. Great. Terrific. Gonna lock us up for coming to help you. What jerks. Okay. Phenomenal. We're trapped in this stupid cell. Let's talk to this guy. Oh, he's the Flash. Well, if it isn't chicken-hearted Kirkus who turned and ran when he found out the Imperial Army was attacking. Hey, don't you remember me, Stein, the fastest pair of feet in the village, didn't you know? Should have seen how fast I ran when Konda attacked. Okay. And you're calling him a coward? Ah. Who the hell are you? Liberation Army, come to help the elves. Guess we're all fools here. Yeah, she's an Imperial. Risked my life to protect the Empire. Look at me now. How stubborn these elves are. Yeah, I know. They're jerks, man. Like, we came to help them, and they're just like, yeah, useless humans. We're gonna throw you in jail. All the humans that want to help us, let's throw them in jail. Great General Quanda Rosman. He has commissioned a horrible weapon to exterminate the rebellious elves. Horrible weapon? What is it? I'm not sure, but it's called the Burning Mirror. They say it can burn down an entire forest in an instant. Not only the elves, but the village where I was born. That's why I came. I wanted to warn the elves of this danger so they could prevent the Burning Mirror's completion. So, she's a good person. So not all Imperials are bad. Yeah. Boy, that sounds like a mess. I'm not sure exactly what to do here. We're kind of trapped. Oh. Yeah, you have to go up to the bars and just hit X. Sylvina. Okay. Oh, well, 50 years is not exactly insignificant. And not only that, but we are trying to help you. I don't get this. Okay. Dwarves detest us. This is sad. What's the difference between us? Exactly. Just some, lifespan crap. From what it seems like. They sure seem similar to us. To us. All they have is, long ears and they live a long time. Okay. Well, that sounds like a problem. Sounds like your problem. Okay, so she's letting us out. That's nice of her. Stallion's just gone. Okay. I like Stallion. How could you not like a guy who's basically the elven version of the Flash? I agree. We have to do something about the Burning Mirror. But can we defeat Quanda Rosman and gain the trust of the elves, or are they destined to become jerks as well? Find out next time on Let's Play Suikoden. See you then.